Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, as always, right? Last I kind of checked in, it was the beginning of COVID, and what a wild ride this has been, right? Uh, we've had a lot of ups, we've had a lot of downs, we've had a lot of confusion and feelings and emotions, and things are closed, jobs are lost, things are open, jobs are had, and um, people have gotten sick and people have gotten better. And, I don't even need to kind of talk to you about what you already know. This is just more of a confessional video, I guess. I started this channel and I started Beautiful Recovery as a place of healing for me. It originated from a blog where I just kind of poured my heart out in the form of writing. And I had too much to say, so I started videoing myself and just letting it out. So today, I'm going to do that. And I almost can't believe I'm doing this, but I need it. My heart needs it. And I'm praying that a girl who is watching this doesn't feel as alone. So, some of you know, Kyle and I have had 2 miscarriages this year. We found out on Christmas that we were pregnant, and I lost baby on New Year's Day. Then, the end of January, we found out we were pregnant again. And the beginning of February, we lost baby. So we, for health reasons, obviously, and mental and emotional reasons, we decided to put a pause on trying to expand our family. And I know for some people this is uncomfortable to talk about, but it's how we're all brought into the world, right? This female care. So I got put on birth control. And I was feeling amazing. First month went great. Not a hitch. Second month, great. We were living normal. No conversations of trying. We put it in the back burner. We put it in our prayer journal, and we kind of just surrendered it to Jesus. And we said, you know what, God, in your timing, it'll be, right? Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my antidepressant or something happened, or I'm one of 0.1% of women that get pregnant on birth control. I did. And due to life and stress and COVID and emotions and just busyness, the likelihood of this happening is very, very low. If you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to spare you the details. And so we really were like, God, wow, like, in your timing, right? Like, what are the chances? You had to choreograph all of this for this to be. And so for the past 3 days, my period was late. I've had every symptom known to man. Sure enough, take a pregnancy test and it's positive. I was yesterday and again this morning. And sure enough, this morning I'm miscarrying our third baby. And I had to call my midwife this morning. And I have to go to the appointment by myself. And so this is why I'm making this video. We're not supposed... Sorry. We are not supposed to be isolated. And it's interesting because I worked for Department of Corrections and I've actually been pretty quiet about this for a long time. But that's why I'm like against jails and institutions like that. Yes, we need to get violent crimes cut down and we need to have consequences for our actions, but a lot of the drug-related issues, we just cage people like animals and isolate them. And it's terrible for the mental health, it's terrible for emotional health. And these people are walking out with more issues than they walked in with. So, I have to go to a doctor's appointment. Dealing with the miscarriage of my baby. Without my husband. And he's gonna have to sit in the car. And feel awful because he knows what I'm going through. And he already feels completely out of control. And then add another level of feeling out of control. You can't hold my hand. You can't support me because this is traumatizing on so many levels. And it's like the silent sufferers of COVID. You know? This is the stuff that when you see your friends or your family posting how we need the world to open up, it's for situations like this. Or for a young man that I met yesterday who was drunk laying on the sidewalk, crying. He's like 6'7", grown man. But he looked like a 14-year-old kid. And I relapsed today. I'm just so alone. He's like, I'm trying. I'm trying to stay sober. I'm trying to do this. But he can't go to an AA meeting. But the liquor stores are open because those are essential. And then you know what? I just asked for you guys to be praying for me. Because I don't want to outright say I'm mad at God, but like part of me is, to be honest. Because the first two, I especially the first one, I struggled deeply with my relationship with God. And it brought me to a tremendous, deep place of depression. I didn't talk about it publicly as much, but my support knew where I was. But then, it's not rationalizing in the form of like, hold on, it says video limit. I have to make another one. Okay. So I'm not like rationalizing, like making excuses. One, because God is God, right? But rationalizing isn't even the word I want to use. I feel like I just had revelations of like understanding. One of the biggest conversations I want to have with God when I get to heaven is the why behind infertility, and the why. And this is candid, and I pray that you see my heart, because again, I'm a drug addict in recovery, so there's no hate on anybody. But you have women who genuinely don't want babies, and that is okay. Not everybody is called to parenthood. Do not want babies. Are not in a place to be able to love on babies in the way that they deserve. And they just keep getting pregnant, having healthy pregnancies. And then you have people like myself, or several women in my family, one very, very close to my heart, just wanting babies and not being able to have them. Or getting pregnant and losing them. There's no understanding. Absolutely no level of explanation for that. There's not. But with the first two, I was able to come to peace. Kyle and I were dealing with so much. We were newly married. We are a mixed family, and Kyle went from being a single man to a dad and a husband in 2 minutes. And I went from being a single mom to now having a spouse that loves me and my kid, and just sharing and balancing all of that. And then, I got an amazing job promotion, and, Judah just having this whole COVID thing and not being able to see his friends. We knew God was keeping us from a lot of unnecessary stuff, right? Like how scary for a lot of you who are right now pregnant during COVID. Going to so many doctor's appointments without your partner. Or a lot of my friends just had babies and no one can celebrate with them, and they have to keep their babies completely isolated, which they are so grateful for being able to be in these moments. But you have a healing mama who has literal wounds inside of her belly, a brand new baby, and postpartum depression, and you're not supposed to share your life with anybody. And then who knows, what our angel babies, what could have happened later on. Sorry, I have too many pictures of Judah on my phone. So, with our angel babies, who, you never know, right? What could have happened, right? Would their health long term be so, I don't want to say negative. Maybe they would have passed really, really late in pregnancy, and how devastating that would have been. Or my health could have been questioned. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I could have lost my life, or, and just all these ramifications. But where I circle it back to asking for your prayers is this one doesn't make sense. None of them make sense. None of them are validated. None of them, I have answers for none of them. But this one hits me, I think, harder, which is weird because they all hit equally hard. We weren't trying. We didn't think that now was the best time for us. It was kind of this unexpected surprise of whoa, cool, God, look what you did. To then get it ripped away from you. It's unnecessary. We were cool not having babies right now. We had surrendered that. We had let that go. We'd come to peace with now not being our time. to then get that excitement reawoken. And like my tender heart that I kind of have spent a couple months just protecting. Because obviously you have to go on Facebook for 3 seconds to see all the baby announcements and pregnancy updates and brand new babies. Sorry. And I want to be excited for these women, and I am so grateful. I want to respect her privacy. For the person in my life that trailblazed this for me, I don't think I would know how to handle this if it wasn't for her. Because I was able to just love someone through infertility for 4 years. And the strength that her and her husband had is absolutely incredible. She planned my baby shower while wanting her own. So I don't know. I'm going to wrap this up. But yeah, I don't know. I really needed this confessional moment. I might post this and then delete it. But I really feel like I should post it. Because the whole point of Beautiful Recovery for me not only was a place of healing to release the things that are on my heart, but to share my life and my experience with others so they don't feel alone. And I just ask for like respect and kindness. If you have a negative judgment about me posting this, about my hair, about what I look like or sound like when I cry, the fact that I talk about my miscarriages, the fact that you may have had 100 and nobody was there for you, I ask that you spend time in prayer before you come at me, or before you make a nasty comment, or before you gossip about me. I just pray that you really look in your heart and see maybe why I did this, or pray for me because I'm struggling. A lot of us are struggling. Or before you make a nasty comment or a judgment towards some of your family and friends who want some of society to open back up, really look at maybe some of their motivation. That it's not just they're being bratty because they want to go to the movies with their friends. Because it's not that simple. So I love you guys. I'm always praying for you. I'm always rooting for you. I'm always available. And I just ask for your support. I ask for your prayers. I will keep you updated. Who knows? I always say that I'm going to make a video in a week and then it's 3 months later, but I don't know. But I love you guys. Talk to you soon.